I think we need to take a big picture look at where the world is today as opposed to where it was 40 or 50 years ago. So we're talking about a lot of challenges in this world. But in 1980, there were 2 billion people living under the global extreme poverty level of $1.25 a day. 2 billion people have been lifted out of poverty. It's mostly an Asian story, and frankly, it's mostly a China story. In 1980, 77% of the people living in East Asia were living on $1.25 a day or less. Now, extreme poverty has all been wiped out in China. And I have all kinds of problems with Xi Jinping and the Uyghurs. We could go on. I could do an hour just on things that I worry about relating to China. But I think I start from the premise, and I say to my students, if we're talking about human rights, the dramatic reduction in global poverty is the most important development of the last 50 years. So let's start with that and then try to figure out, this is the product. And by the way, that's not the result of, the UNDP or, Swedish SIDA or what used to be called USAID or the World Bank. It's jobs. The fact that so many companies have become global employers, directly and indirectly, has lifted people out of poverty. So let's start with the headline and then figure out what are the rules of the road for this 21st century global economy. And clearly we don't have that balance right. When a company from France or from the United States goes to a very poor country because they can produce things cheaply or mine things or use agriculture to bring things to improve their profits, we need to instill some sense. You can't outsource responsibility for that. And we just have to figure out what those rules are. Again, the European regulations are a piece, companies internally figuring out what to do is a piece, but it's trying to improve this globalized economy, which has had this incredibly positive effect in reducing extreme poverty, which is a human rights issue as well.